Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to another WWE action figure video. We of course are just days away from this year's WrestleMania, so I thought what we would do is have a look at some of the weird WrestleMania action figures that have been released in the past. We are going to have a look at Mattel, but we're going to have a look at Jakks as well. Jakks used to make wrestling figures from the mid-90s all the way up to 2010, so there's certainly a lot of stuff to look at and a lot of stuff to go through. Let's start, shall we? Not with figures, but with accessories. Check these out. Look at these. This is called grapple gear, and it's like accessory packs. You can see that it's WrestleMania branded. One of the packs has got like a mattress, a manhole cover that looks a bit like an Oreo, a dead end sign, but then the other one has got like a dog and a kennel, and then there's another one you can get that's got a trolley in it, one that's got a fridge in it. These are like really cool. They're weird. I've not seen Mattel make any accessory packs. They did kind of somewhat like the Create a Superstar line. I really feel like Mattel could do something along these lines, and I think they would sell. Like, I need a fridge. Next up, and we're gonna stay with this grapple gear. You can see it right here. That is a cameraman. This is Raw Live, and again, it's WrestleMania branded, and you get a cameraman. I mean, Mattel can't even give us a referee at the moment, but Jakks were giving us a cameraman. So you get a cameraman, you get a camera, you get a ring bell, you get production case. I think that's really cool. Again, you could argue it's a little bit weird because who's going to run out to the shop and buy a cameraman? But, well, I definitely would. Scrap that. I definitely would. Next up, we've spoke about this figure before. This is Shawn Michaels dressed as Hulk Hogan. This is the Road to WrestleMania 22 figure. And it's always a little bit weird to see superstars dressed as other superstars. We have spoke about the Mattel Battle Pack where Miz and Maurice dressed up as John Cena and Nikki Bella. But this one's really cool. This is based on the feud that Shawn and Hulk Hogan had in mid-2005. They had a match at SummerSlam. They were meant to have more matches, but Hulk Hogan decided that he didn't want to. So Hulk Hogan won at SummerSlam, and that was it. So they were meant to have more matches as they built towards WrestleMania. Not sure if they were going to face each other at WrestleMania. Obviously, they never did. But yeah, this is a Road to WrestleMania figure, and it's really cool. Next up, we've got a Mattel figure here. Check this out, The Undertaker. This is a WrestleMania 26 Elite. It was a Toys R Us exclusive. And the reason that it features, when did he wear that shirt? Like, he couldn't have. He couldn't have. The dead man, The Undertaker, would not wear a shirt bragging about the fact he is now 18-0. I don't believe that shirt is a shirt that he ever wore. It might be a shirt that was available to buy. Maybe it was a shirt that was on WWE Shop, but the dead man coming out in an 18-0 shirt, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. Next up, this one, it really confuses me. This is a Jakks WrestleMania 21 pack. It's an awful figure of Kurt Angle, but that's not even what bothers me. As well as that, you get some wristbands, fine. And then you get a gold medal. Right, now the gold medal is cool because, of course, Kurt Angle won gold medals at the Olympics. But written on the gold medal, it says, tap out on Angle Slam. What does that mean? What does that mean? Does it mean, was it meant to say tap out or Angle Slam? Plus also, why would you put that on a medal? Like, it's a question. It's like, how am I going to beat this person? Am I going to tap them out? Am I going to submit them? Or am I going to pin them after an Angle Slam? Why is that on a... Why is it on a medal? I don't understand. Plus also, tap out on... You don't tap out to an Angle Slam. I'm so confused. I am so confused. It's a mess. Next up, we've got a set of figures. These are called finishing moves, WrestleMania 17. The figures aren't unusual, but it's just how they're displayed. They've displayed the figures actually performing moves. Part of me thinks this is really cool. You can see the Twist of Fate on screen, a Swanton Bomb. And as well as that, we've got the Walls of Jericho. My personal favourite, Triple H, delivering a pedigree to no one. Literally no one there. He's just doing a pedigree to, like, Mr. Invisible. Next up, and I don't know if this is just an error. I don't know if they made a mistake. But check out this Undertaker and Ric Flair WrestleMania 18 2-pack. You get figures of the Undertaker and Ric Flair. Ric Flair has got dark hair. When has Ric Flair ever had dark hair? Even back in like the 80s, the early 80s, he had white hair. I've never seen him with black hair. So why did they make figures of him with black hair? It's got to be a mistake. But I've seen enough images to think that, wow, they either really messed this up and there was a whole batch that was made wrong, or this was done on purpose. This could be like a variant. I really don't know. I've seen it selling on eBay as a variant, kind of implying that it was made that way on purpose, but wow, I don't know why they would do this. Why would they do this? When did he ever have black hair? Next up, and this really confused me. This really confused me. Look at this, you get Stone Cold, The Undertaker, and what other big superstar do you think they're going to put in that pack? That's right, Headbanger Mosh. Now, for those of you that don't know, Headbanger Mosh was in a tag team, the Headbangers. It was Mosh and Thrasher. And they just do not belong in these kinds of sets. They were just a tag team. It would be like having Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, and Victor from the Ascension in a triple pack. It just doesn't make any sense. Until I found this. You can see what they've done. This is another triple pack that's got Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Headbanger Thrasher. So what they've done to try and encourage people to buy both sets is they've put one member of the Headbangers in each set, which is really cheeky, because who wants half of a tag team? Like, you're gonna want the other half, and if you want the other half, you're gonna have to buy the other set. Ah, cheeky, cheeky Jakks. Next up, and this isn't that weird, but I just love it. Kane. Look at this Kane, WrestleMania 24. The figure is fine. I just love the fact it comes with a tiny Kane. It looks like Kane has dressed his baby up. Looks like he's got a baby and put it in a Kane costume. I love it. They did one with Rey Mysterio as well, but for some reason I just love the Kane one more. It really made me laugh when I saw this image online. But as I said, as a figure, it's perfectly fine. But yeah, as a set, I just think that's really funny. The final one, and this is probably the most shocking out of everything that we've seen. It is this classic superstars, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Now, even though this isn't branded as WrestleMania, it's actually based on Roddy Piper's match at WrestleMania 6. And that was a match he had against Bad News Brown. This is really difficult to understand because it's a really offensive figure. The reason that Roddy Piper did it was because Bad News Brown was a bit of a boring promo. He wasn't anyone that was going to really sell the fight. So what Rowdy Roddy Piper decided to do was to do the promos where he would stand one way and all you could see was Roddy Piper. And he would do a promo as Roddy Piper. But then he would answer by spinning round and pretending to be Bad News Brown. As I said, super offensive. It really hasn't dated well. But rather than ignore it, rather than just pretend it was a mistake should never have happened. They made a figure. They made a figure, like, years later as well. Not like that year. I'm talking like 12, 13, 14 years later. They went, do you know what we should make a figure of? That really offensive moment. Let's make a figure of that. Madness. And there it is, guys. Those are some of the weird WrestleMania figures that I could find. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. It makes a massive difference. I really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.